Okay, welcome back. This is Ray from explorerray.com. Today I've been hiding behind what's the subject of the day. The not new, but for me new, Thinktank Retrospective 50. So please enjoy. Okay, welcome back. This is Ray from explorerray.com, and today I'm going to tell a little story and introduce for me a very nice option of camera gear carry-on, and that is the Thinktank Retrospective 20, which I have in front of me. But first, a little bit about why I've gotten this. I have from earlier, I think I've shown you in a video before, I have gotten myself Thinktank Retrospective 20, I think, which looks kind of similar, but it has a different color. The other one is kind of green, but they have the same, you can say, basic structure. The point is that I am starting to get closer. It's less than 2 months until I go into my trip to Antarctica. I'm going to carry with me lots and lots and lots of gear. And I started thinking, okay, how can I get a lot of gear with me? And one of the reasons this is a problem is because you can say the rule of excess or the rule of backups. You take what you need, you double it, and then you add a little bit more just to be sure. And that's what's kind of my idea for this thing. The point is that and one of the two lenses that I want to bring is my Sigma 12300. Is maybe the best lens I got, maybe, at least of my zooms, and my Sigma 15600. One of them is for Canon and one of them is for Nikon. When I looked into my low pro bag, I could fit both of them in my carry-on specified low pro backpack, which I will bring, but then I had to have them. Then they took up most of the entire the large room in the bag. So then it pretty much was finished. In addition, I would like to bring like 4, 5, 6 other types of lenses with me. And I don't want to send them, even if I have pellet case and so on. I want to have them with me. So what I did when I went to Australia is that I used a bag. I showed it to you before. It was from Fjällräven, which is a kind of a shoulder bag, kind of like this one, and it was brilliant. The point there was that I only brought like 2 DSLRs. I didn't bring 3 or 4, or 3, which I'm going to bring now. And here is my, and that's why I started looking into this. I have the Thinktank Retrospective 20. The Retrospective series I do dearly love, and the reason is that it looks awesome auspicious. It doesn't look like a camera bag, so it's very easy to have it on, and you don't necessarily you can look the part kind of thing. I used it especially when I went to like Munich, when I've done street photography, and it fits very nicely. This time I needed more loading capacity, and the point is that this other, you can say, non-camera style bag from Fjällräven, which I have, hasn't been made to take those loads which I put into this. So, before I go on with a little bit more about the story, I just want to show you a little bit about the outside. If you look at this bag, first of all, you can see it's quite roomy, quite a lot of size, but here is maybe the biggest selling point. These straps are triple sewn, or quadruple sewn, or triple sewn, and they are sturdy as much, and they are brilliant. In addition, you have here, this is, remember, for me this is a carry-on bag. Here you have a room excellent for having papers like documentation, you can have prescriptions, you can have a lot of flat items back here. You also have small compartments here, and you have the covers up here, and you have a lot of other things. But okay, Now let me show you a little bit. It's only 3 days since I got this bag, and I've already put it to excellent use. The thing was that, like I said, I wanted to bring a lot of gear. This is not what I will be bringing when I'm going to Antarctica. This is what I brought yesterday when I was asked, together with 2 other filmographers or photographers or movie makers, or what I should call them, asked me and said, do you have the time and option to come with us to do some movie shooting? We're doing a project at a concert. And I said yes. And they said that, okay, we had a little information meeting and planning meeting, and they said, okay, could you bring the video camera? Could you bring these and these type of lenses? Can you bring so-and-so tripods, and so on? So, and I said, yes, I can do that. And instead of bringing out one of my backpacks or something like that, I just brought out this bag. And I said, now I'm going to put it to the test. And I just would like to show you what actually I have brought with me, what I brought with me yesterday. So when you open up this, and I will go through and tell you a little bit about the bag. If you look here at the bag, the first thing you see is that you have this magnificent big lid which covers everything. This is one of my favorite things about the retrospective series. You have this so-called silence there. If you take these flaps, flip it up, remove these flaps, flip it up, and you move it like this, then you can just take it out and put it in without it making any noise. I wouldn't recommend having it like that in an urban setting. If someone wants to steal something from you or something like that, just put the flaps down, and it actually, you will notice a quite heavy tug if someone tries to rip it open. But just let me tell you a little bit about how roomy this actually is. First of all, it has, you can see, I have to remove a little bit of stuff. But first, I've shown you this several times before, but of course, on days like yesterday, when we're doing a video production and we were filming a concert, the zoom is actually quite fantastic. This is a handy recorder, and I actually used it for 2 things yesterday. First of all, I used it for recording the sound that the audience were hearing. So I actually mounted it to the XLR jacks in the back here. I mounted it directly to the mixing board of the sound engineer, and I recorded the sound from there. That was the first thing. The second was that we were doing some interviews with some of the musicians, and then I just use it as an external mic, you can say. And that was also quite excellent. The second thing is that when we're talking about sound, here was my Bose Quiet Comfort 25, or what it's called. I got it for my birthday this year. A brilliant headset with echo cancelling and all of these kind of things. And I just plugged it into the Zoom, and I was able to hear that the recording was going nicely, and I could hear that how the sound actually would hear like, because it was so much sound and everything on in the surroundings where we were recording yesterday, that it was nice to use a low-cut filter to filter out some of the noise and so on and so forth. Of course, in the bag here you have to have a card reader. That is quite necessary, and you have and if you see here, you have 3 large compartments. It's a little bit difficult to see, but you have 3 large compartments. First of all, the camera I'm filming this video on, I put into this compartment. I haven't, of obvious reasons, I cannot show you what camera that is, but that's a Canon Legria HF30 with a Rode external directional mic mounted on top of it. and that I could just fit down here into the bag without any problem. In addition, I also did a lot of filming yesterday with my old trustworthy Canon 5D Mark III with my 70-200 lens on. That was quite a lot of the filming, the close-up shots. If you're doing filmography, you probably know that we were 3 photographers who constantly were doing filming. We put my leg rear up high, focusing on the consert. We have another camera which we focused on some of the another point of view of the entire scene. A fixed view, then we used the 70-200 for close-up shots. We used in addition, we were always 3 people doing shots all the time that we're gonna mix into the movie. I also brought my 2x teleconverter, a 2x teleconverter, which was if in case we needed some more close-up shots. This was also a lens I brought. This is my 24-70 standard prime, no not prime but standard zoom lens from Canon, the red ring version or the L series version. And I also used this for medium length, the 85 1.2 lens. And all these things fits in 2 of the compartments. In addition, in the front pocket I also had a cleaning kit, which I brought with me. This little cleaning kit here. Just a little tripod mount falling off, sorry. Let me just attach it again. And now it should be empty. No, but okay. So, here you go. Now, and you see you have this little, in the same way as you can put papers in the back, you also have a little nice room here, and if you don't use the room, you can just reattach it over here as another security measure. But as you can see here, you have 3 large rooms, which you can see here, and they are brilliant. But oh, I forgot. Or I didn't. Just want to have you a little surprise. I also brought my laptop here, which also it has an own compartment for. And you can say, I actually measured what it weighed when I put all the gears in. In addition, I had some chargers and a couple of tripods and these kind of things. I'm not going to show you because they fit in here, but it isn't that important. But you can say this is a very roomy bag, and it's sturdy and it's quite brilliant. And of course, when I'm packing for my Antarctica trip, I will get back to that. I will probably have these lenses. I'll probably have a couple of more lenses in this bag. Probably the same setup more or less, but I will have all these lenses here in the bag, and the camera, and of course my travel documents and everything else, and it fits nicely and it feels snug and it feels good having it on my show or having it on my back. Of course, you have to be a little bit careful because it's a lot of valuables you have in your bag when you're doing these kind of things. But if you have the need and you don't want to have the camera backpack or the camera rolling case or something like that, a shoulder bag could be an excellent choice. And I definitely have been thinking, because I saw this with another professional photographer I traveled with earlier this year, I saw that he used 2 Thinktank bags. I don't think he used the 50, but I think he used probably 2 of the 30s or something like that. And I have the 20 and the 50 now, And I can definitely see myself, instead of traveling with a backpack, just traveling with 2 of those bags, because they fit, like you see, all the gear I can need for a particular shoot, as long as I know what I'm shooting. It can fit a decent zoom lens on a full DSLR body. It can fix a video camera and everything. Just a brilliant piece of kit. So that was just what I wanted to share. A little bit about gear I brought for a concert and how it was all made possible thanks to my magnificent Thinktank Retrospective 2020. I have no affiliation with Thinktank, I just think their products are brilliant. Okay, thank you very much for watching, and if you like what I do, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Take care and have an excellent day. Goodbye for now.